That's why we are here. And let me tell you, it's a conspiracy of the elites. Forget, when we sit here, we look at what is the best way to go to grab power. We don't care for you. No Nigerian leader cares for you. And the reason why no Nigerian leader cares for you is because you will do nothing. You protested. At the end of the protest, the president announced increase in price of fuel because he will do nothing. It's an absolutely do-nothing society. You may not know. One of the reasons I commented was your level of knowledge. I respect people who are more brilliant than me. You, him, Professor Wole Soyinka, that's how the friendship started. The reason, I don't know figures, so you know figures. And I respect you for the level of knowledge of economics. In fact, if you were not here and I was a president, you would have played a prominent role in the government I will serve. I don't care where you come from, for Christ's sake. It's about moving the country forward. We don't want to move the country forward. If you're not ashamed, I'm ashamed. My passport was seized in Germany. I did nothing. My offense is that I'm carrying a green passport. They kept me for nearly 30 minutes, and I was going for a medical checkup in Vienna. Show us your hotel. Listen, I should. Show us a tour ticket. I should. Wait. Just because I'm carrying a green passport. So if you're not ashamed, I am. I am. That's why I picked up this topic. And let me tell you why I picked up this topic. Nigerian leaders and elites are not the problems of Nigeria. The problems of Nigeria are the followership. The leaders, look, when people say Nigeria is a capital, there are no capitalists in Nigeria. Capitalists are those with capital to invest for production. Do we produce here? Everybody relies on oil. Everybody wants to, that's why once you become president, you will see what will happen. As soon as you become president, you will not know Christians from Muslims. You will not. They are all coming towards you to just have a hand in the stealing. That's what happens. So I look at Nigeria and I ask myself, what are we actually doing here? Do we really want to be a country? If we want to be a country, I'll give you an example of my stay in government. I was shocked at a lady that I gave an appointment. And I thought the lady was a destabilized Nigeria. Her only call to power was going to see the president and speaking Hausa Fulani language. And I was ashamed. Very ashamed. Because I was looking for those who can change the country. And I told her, I am putting you in this place because I want you to change that place.
And worse and chaotic, really. Bad as it gets, really. But I just wanted to say something, especially as it relates to politics. I see Atiku, I see Amaechi, and I see Rufai giving speeches at Amaechi's 60th birthday. And of course, they are politicians. They politicize mostly everything. And Amaechi is a Maradona when it comes to speaking. He speaks really well, and he has a way of inspiring someone to do things. I mean, this is just reminiscent of what happened in 2015. Oh, we can remove him. Oh, we can remove him. Oh, we can remove him. And quite frankly, if you are not the type that think deeply, you can easily fall for these guys. I want to cast your mind back to 2015. These are the same faces that plunged us into the chaos that we had with Buhari. These are the same faces. May I remind you, Atiku left PDP while he was leaving. He moved out to Taraki, moved out with some 5 PDP governors to join the APC's force. Remember, Amaechi was the poster boy, the guy bringing the cash. Because the APC didn't have money. Where were they going to bring the money from? The Jagaban that were hoping on, chickened out. He wasn't able to muster any amount. Even though he brought some money, but not as much as Rivers State. Rivers State money was heavy. The guy was sitting on money. So, Amaechi played a huge role to remove a good man, Jonathan, who warned us at that time that these people are doing here, they are just coming here to grab power. When I leave this place and if I don't win, you will regret it. Then everybody was saying, a corrupt person, please come and leave, let us regret it, we want something new. We want something, you went and brought Buhari. You didn't bring some of these young northerners, young people, you went and brought Buhari. Okay, they came together. We have Hasiwaju, who brought his own party at that time, ACN. We had CPC, Buhari. We had AMPP. And then we had a faction of ABGA, who was Rochas at that time, who joined forces. And they agreed to field Buhari as their candidate. And then Osibajo was the vice. I want to let us know that these same people were the people who foisted Buhari on us. At that time, 10 years ago, they are back again. Because Tinubu has completely dumped them. And that, forget that thing that Amaechi is saying, that he told Tinubu that he's not going to support him. Lie. Who was he at that? Let's juxtapose it. When he was governor in 2015, it was his last tenure in 2015, and he fell out with Goodluck Jonathan, and he was adamant on the fact that he wants to get Goodluck Jonathan out of power by all means. Don't know what the problem was at that time, but I know. So, being a governor is not the same thing as being a minister. Okay? When you are governor, you are the one in charge of the resources of that state. You can say, bring 10 billion and pay to this person. Bring 5 billion and do like this. You can do that. So there was no way Tinubu would have aligned with him, even as minister under Buhari at the time, for his support, because he didn't have that base anymore. He wasn't the governor. It was Wiki that was the governor. So whether you say you're not going to support him, what relevance were you of? What value were you of to anybody at that time? No, let's be realistic. You didn't support him. They still won. Well, we can talk about the fact how APC won Rivers. You can go and debate that, because of course we know how it happened. So when you say you didn't support Jagaban, you say you're not going to support Jagaban because he doesn't have capacity. Now lie. You never told him anything. Where is the evidence? But you say you didn't support him. Okay, would your support, would you have changed anything? Your support wouldn't have changed anything, because he was already aligning with the governor of the state who helped him win Rivers. So if you had even supported him, would you have helped him win Rivers that time? Of course not. Let's be realistic. So it's not the gullible Nigerians. Then we might be gullible like 10 years ago, not now. If you people that foisted Buhari on us, whom we can tell from his economic policies is a bad leader, and a bad leader when it comes to securing Nigerian lives in all ramifications, going by our indices, at least national indices, throughout his 8 years in office. If you guys foisted this guy on us, and you are coming to bring somebody like you people, except you are bringing somebody who we know has a little bit of character and has some empathy and really truly wants to work, not people among you. As you people are now, you now come out and say you are forming coalition, and then you now bring out Rufai. Now bring out Rufai to become president, and Amaechi become vice, or maybe Amaechi become president and Rufai to become vice, or maybe Atiku to become president. Somebody else, maybe Amaechi become vice. Yeah, you know you have failed. You have failed before you even started. I'm not saying go and bring saints, or go and bring angel, or go and bring somebody who at least you can point at something in the past and say, okay, based on this, based on that. If you guys are not gathering this your storm behind the Peter Obi, who already has a 6.1 allocated vote, because we know it was more than that, who already has a bank of allocated vote, and then we have the governors of PDP supporting him. Forget it. In fact, Chegusho Omi said something and said, if Peter Obi can come back with the 6 million votes, without a governor, without a House of Rep member, he was able to muster 6 million allocated to him. Imagine what he can do with governors already, 11 governors of PDP already, and then you have this coalition joining. You are coasting to victory. Before 12 o'clock on that particular day of the election in February 2027, we are home and dry. Home and dry. Telling you. So, I don't want to go into talking about Rufai. I'm going to talk about what Atiku said, because we all know that they will whip up all sorts of sentiments. They will whip up all sorts of talk to make people look bad who are in power and make themselves look good. Go and look at Rufai that is even talking. Who can he command in the north? The only reason why Rufai was able to do what he did to support Asiwaju in 2023 was because he was governor and he was talking to his governor friends. Who can Rufai talk to? Now that he's not governor, he is nothing. Who can Rufai talk to in the north? Can an Rufai go to Kebbi and tell the governor, see what you would do? Can an Rufai go to even his Kaduna, his home state? Can he talk to Ubasani and say, how far, let's align? Can he win his local government? Under him, he lost more than 4 local government areas when they did local government elections, Kaduna South. So who can you say that Rufai can talk in? That is Northwest region. Who can you say? Is it Kano? Is it Kano that they are chasing him out of Kano State? Who is the person? So these people gathering storm, they are, as far as I'm concerned, irrelevant. Except, well, they are gathering their storm and pulling their weight for somebody like Peter Obi, who already has a bank, who already has some huge followership. Then we can be rest assured that is fine. But else, my dear, it's better we remain with this Tinubu to 2031 than to follow these people who have plunged us into where we are, this poverty, this backwardness that we are into, for to follow them 10 years apart. I mean, I might be paranoid, I might have my own opinion that is strong, but it's my open opinion. You have yours, let's share. I'd love to hear, because again, we're all building up to the 2027 elections. All right, thank you.